In 2015, when Germany took in over 1 million refugees, the village of Groß-Schöneberg in Brandenburg immediately opened its doors. Pensioner Rainer Klemke took charge. Since then, he has been managing the integration of the new arrivals on a voluntary basis.
Straight away, we said we're ready to welcome them, but only families because we have good infrastructure for them. Then we went from house to house to prepare everyone in the village.
Since then, around 100 people have been welcomed and integrated into the community. The Miffles are originally from Syria. Since their arrival, they have been sponsored by a family in the village who continue to support them with their integration and paperwork. This support has enabled Imane to learn German and feel at home in Groß-Schöneberg.
When I arrived, I realized that nothing was working out for me. Everything was different here. The language, the people, the culture. It was another world. But everything has changed thanks to all the people who helped us.
For 10 years now, the whole community has been working together. In the heart of Groß-Schöneberg, this farm has become a meeting place for refugees.
How's the garden coming along? Do you need anything? We're going to collect some manure for the vegetable patch.
But today, whether they're Chechen or Ukrainian, these women are worried about their future in Germany. The debate on migration issues is dominating the election campaign.
We already had to leave our homeland because of the war. We're adapting to Germany, and now we're afraid we'll have to leave a second time. We don't know what's in store for us.
These fears are linked to the barriers to integration in many communities. Take, for example, Petersdorf, a village of 500 inhabitants not far from here. The regional authorities have converted barracks there into a reception centre.
It's not bad here. There are people from lots of different countries.
Everyone has a job or goes to school to learn German. We're all hard workers.
Nearly a third of the migrants here work in factories in the region, with no real contact with the local population. Last year, the centre's capacity was increased by installing containers as temporary housing. On average, each asylum seeker spends 14 months there.
Normally, many of them would have left this place some time ago. But it's very difficult to find affordable housing for people who are on their own, especially single men. For now, we're only taking in men who can't find a flat.
This policy is not going down well in Petersdorf, especially as locals were not consulted. For village mayor Christian Schroeder, it is simply impossible to integrate so many people in such a remote area. For him, the return of border controls at the end of 2024 was a relief.
We have nothing against welcoming people, but we want to do it in a humane way. We also feel that at a capacity of nearly 550 people, integration is much more challenging, and it's an unpleasant situation for refugees.
Over 70% of Germans now want border controls to reduce the number of arrivals. This change of heart has also been fueled by a number of recent fatal attacks by radicalized asylum seekers. German society is now divided between those who advocate a humane reception policy and those who want radical change. The far-right AfD party has made strong gains in the country.
This mass illegal immigration from Africa and the Middle East is a vital issue for our country.
Anti-migrant rhetoric is convincing more and more Germans.
The borders are wide open. People arrive and throw away their passports. Nobody knows who they are.
10 years ago, there were no stabbings, there were no gang rapes. We're afraid to go out alone in the street.
The party that entered the federal parliament in 2017 promises to carry out mass expulsions. It's an idea already becoming normalized in Germany.
Our aim is to put the system in order, which means drawing up clear lines and recognizing that there is an excess of immigration. We need to limit immigration to preserve social order.
The AfD has capitalized on growing fears over the last 10 years linked to the migration crisis. The party is currently polling at 20%, which would put it in second place behind the Conservatives of the CDU in the elections on February the 23rd.